Hello, welcome to Poetry Changes Lives. This book of poetry history, a thought for the day, all in one book. It's quite a bargain, I think. Why don't you go to the poetrychangeslives.com website and have a look at what more you can learn about it. It's a real bargain and great present for anyone. It costs basically £1 a month, and that's pretty good. £12 for the book. It's quite a bargain, I think, these days. Well, today I'm talking about the inventor Alexander Graham Bell, who was born in 1847 on this day. Although credited with inventing the telephone, Bell always considered it personally an intrusion on his real work as a scientist, and he refused to have one in his study. I wonder what he'd think about phones and phone use today. My goodness. He had been interested in inventing since his childhood in Edinburgh. He was born in Scotland and migrated to the United States. Much of his early work was in helping deaf people, and he wrote books on sign language and lip reading. Well, this is part of a poem which describes how news was delivered before at the Bell's time and the invention of the telephone. Basically, news travelled at the speed of a galloping horse. And this poem is well known. It has a rousing rhythm, and it's actually quite a harrowing story of how horses were driven to absolute exhaustion. It's quite cruel in that way. How we brought the good news from Ghent to Aix by Robert Browning. See what you think of this. I sprang to the stirrup, and Joris and he, I galloped, Dirk galloped, we galloped all three. Good speed, cried the watch, as the gate bolts undrew. Speed, echoed the wall, to us galloping through. Behind shut the postern, the lights sank to rest, and into the midnight we galloped abreast. Not a word to each other, we kept the great pace, neck by neck, stride by stride, never changing our place. I turned in my saddle and made the girth tight, then shortened each stirrup and set the peak right. We buckled the cheap strap, chained slacker the bit, nor galloped less steadily Roland a whit. So Joris broke silence with, "Yet there is time." By Hassel, Dirk groaned and cried, "Joris, stay spur. Your Rose galloped bravely, the fault's not in her. We'll remember at Aix." For one heard the quick wheeze of her chest, saw her stretched neck and staggering knees, and sunk tail and horrible heave of the flank, as down on her haunches she shuddered and sank. It goes on like that. Gosh, pretty desperate, quite cruel, really. Well, today I will focus on being able to communicate in a simple and direct way in the interests of mutual understanding. Communication face to face is always the best in my view. Thank you for listening.